Yeah, things are really old around here. This is like a 13th century monastery. I don't know if they've redone it. Probably they did, but it feels like morning, but it's actually around noon because it's winter. So, interesting experience. We were sitting there in the square with the map, you know, orienting ourselves, and these two big burly cops start walking right to us. The big old Russian hat, you know, green military uniform. Having traveled around and had experiences in Panama where they, I don't know how else to put it, but you pretty much, you know, you're getting carded. You know, you're just standing there on the road. You're getting hassled because you're a tourist and you're not doing anything worthy of any kind of scrutiny by the police. But here it was totally different. It reminded me of when we first went to Ecuador, where the tourist police were very kind and helpful. And so, long story short, these two big burly cops, he was about this tall, he just offered to help us, and spoke pretty good English actually. So it was kind of nice, you know. It's nice to feel like you're welcome somewhere. And
yeah, he knew exactly where we wanted to go to, and just told us.
Yeah, he just told us. It was just a comparison there, because you have these different experiences in different places, and you know, getting carded in Panama was not a one-time thing. I've been carded there at least 3 times.
I've been carded before in Panama, IDs, yes.
Yeah. You know, you're just maybe standing on the side of the road, trying to get a taxi, or just walking in the metro, and you know, just doing everyday things. And so anyway, just different places for different times, you know.
There's too many foreigners in Panama.
Yeah, well, this is the tourist sector, so it's very international. We've talked to everybody. Not very many locals, just 1 or 2 locals here and there. I'm sure they're around, as people say. Yeah, they're around.
We've talked to Italians, Macedonians.
Well, somebody asked, how do you do this go local thing when you're just there for a short time? Well, I think he said 3 months, didn't he? We're only going to be here 4 days, and we're on our 4th day today. So 4 days, you're not going to, you know, forget about it.
We've talked to Lithuanians, Indians.
Lithuanians.
That's a hard one.
There's a lot of Eastern Europeans. We see British here. We met the Italians.
Bulgarian.
We talked to a Bulgarian lady.
Oh yeah, the lady at the Mercado was Maltese. We talked to a Maltese woman.
Yes, there was one Maltese local that we talked to. Yeah.
But mostly from other countries.
The one guy over there, I don't know, I think he was Turkish.
Very international here. It's a very international flair. All different kinds of international cuisine.
Yeah, and the help in the hotel was talking to us about how life is complex for them because of the cost of living being so high, and so they do have that issue here. One thing to be careful, I've noticed here that's different. The ATM machines they're price gougers on the conversion. Malta's in Europe, so you know, if you've got a US dollar account or something like that, or some other currency, when it converts it into euro to spit out euros out of the ATM, fortunately one of the machines did tell you what the conversion was, because, well, they know they're they're gouging you, so they figure they better tell you.
We went to told us.
2 of the machines told us, and they had an additional 17% conversion loss on top of the already present conversion loss that's already there. So they were gaining 17% on the conversion at your expense. So, you know, that's like a tax. You're paying a 17%.
So let's say you wanted to get $100 out. Let's make it simple. How much money?
Well, if the euro is at $1.10 with the international spot price, you know, you would pay $110 to get €100 out. But with this setup with the machines, it's going to cost you $127 to get €100. So there's a 17% loss on top of the 10% loss already present in the spot price at this time, because spot prices change and fluctuate all the time. But regardless of the change and fluctuation, you know, they get you on the conversion. So that's something that I'm sure you have to be careful when you travel any place that's super touristy like this, you know, because this is super touristy. You know, Malta's at a crossroads here, you know, near a lot of different borders, you know. Yeah, to me, that's just an obscene rate. I guess they're not really thinking about you, they're just thinking about their profit, because, you know, 17%, I mean, if somebody's on a vacation for 1 week, I mean, yeah, they're gonna grumble, but it's over after 1 week. But, you know, somebody that's on an extended travel, they don't want to be paying that, you know. It's a discouragement. That's $17 on 100, but on 1,000 it's $170, and on 2,000 it's $340 per month. You know, if you're spending $2,000 a month, which you can easily do in Malta because, you know, because of the prices. As a visitor, you're easily going to be spending that. So you got to tack on $340 a month just for the rip-off conversion from the bank. What to do about it? Well, you got to run around town, figure out which bank isn't ripping you off. You got to log into your account, and that's another game there.
You sure you have all your passwords and PIN numbers?
Make sure you got all your pins, your passwords, your phone pin, your blah blah pin, you know, the good old days, right? The good old days when you just woke up and everything worked, because it wasn't complicated. So we're sitting here waiting for the bus. Even though we were only here for 4 days, there's the schedule. So just to say that, you know, you do what you can to go local. The bus is €50, you know, 1.5. The taxi is €20 for a 15-minute ride, so that's $22. So we got us a sidewalk side cafe here, or open cafe, whatever you want to call it.
Thank you.
Enjoy. All right, so that's chicken breast. And the rest is broiled vegetables with onion and mushrooms. And all right, smells good. Smells like, it's kind of like a shish kebab but spread out on a plate. Chicken shish kebab without the stick.
Looks really good. It smells good too.
So the global pandemic fear has reached Bulgaria. This is where we're at, and it's Saturday and it's 1 p.m. and the mall is closed. And the buses aren't running as much, but it could be because it's a Saturday. You know, the grocery store was sequestering how many people could go in at one time. So there were lines, people waiting behind at the grocery store. Just the fear has reached just big, huge proportions. And it's spreading, you know, and it's coming to Bulgaria. The headlines are such that they say that the cases have tripled from, say, you know, 7 to, you know, 21 or 22. So that's even the local Bulgarians don't even know yet, just like this lady right here, that the mall is closed. This is how imminent
this happened overnight.
This is happening right now. In other words, things are very volatile, and things are just in the process of just all this fear-based. You know, they're talking about grounding people that are from Italy or any other country. If they're not resident, they can leave, but if they are, they can't. And all this kind of really crazy, chaotic response to this situation. I urge people not to give in to fear. Obviously, clearly, if you're sick, stay home. That's always been a given. We've always practiced it when we were homeschooling our boys. We always said, listen, if you get sick, you're going to have to stay in your room. And so this is what people should have been doing all along anyway, and that's what we urge people to do. Is if you are sick, stay home. Don't go around crowds. Lots of Bulgarians still coming to the mall. They don't even know that it's closed. We're finally in the middle of something like this. We always used to read about other people. You know, we've always led before we started traveling 10 years ago abroad, we've always led the homesteading lifestyle where we were home and just enjoyed, just the home is a man's castle kind of thing, where we enjoyed our home, house with a pool, the lakes a walking distance, you know, big huge yard, always something to enjoy. And it was home based, so we always read about other people, but now we're in the middle of it. You know, I know that the travel industry is suffering right now, and with good reason. And a lot more people wearing masks, even here in Bulgaria. People walking around with masks, and yeah, lots of Bulgarians coming to the mall and finding it closed. So things are happening at moment's notice. They're changing.
This happened overnight.
Overnight, as we speak, all this talk of chaotic reaction and fear.
Okay, so I gotta be really stealthy. They're gonna make me put my camera up, but we're in the grocery store and people are filling up with a bunch of water and toilet paper in the carts. Here we go. I'm gonna show you really quick. This is what they're buying. And there's 28 confirmed cases in Bulgaria right now, and they're stocking up on water and toilet paper.
We urge people to practice sensible things. I mean, whatever it is that applies to you. Again, if you're sick, stay home. Clearly, you know, don't go around lots of people that are sick, crowds. You know, if you're a person that takes care of your health, you really don't, you know, if you're doing those kinds of things, it's not really any fear mongering or fear that you have to, you know, give into. So, but again, there are those that are weaker, the elderly and the young. You know, you want to keep them sequestered so that they're not exposing themselves, and especially smokers. Because it is a pulmonary thing, pulmonary infection. You know, my mom used to tell me when I was a little boy, you know, because I wanted to go outside and play all the time, she'd always say, bundle up. I don't want you to get cold. I don't want you to get pneumonia, you know, and I don't want you to catch pneumonia because it can kill you. So this is not a new thing, you know. Pneumonia has always had the potential of killing people. Speaking of which, you know that Jack LaLanne is known and had made a name for himself as the fitness guy, and yet he, a lot of people may not know, died of pneumonia, but he was 99 when that happened. So clearly, if pneumonia can get Jack LaLanne, then it can get anybody, especially if they're in, you know, their later stages of their life. So anyway, just thought we'd give you an update here in Eastern Europe, Bulgaria. We're right in the middle of it, and what else can we say, Angie?
I think we should go to the UK.
You think we should go to the UK? Okay. So